Wendys hits Twitch, Heinz draws ketchup, Jif raps with peanut butter flow, and more. I'm Jeff Beer, and this is a special Best of 2021 edition of Fast Company's Brand Hit and Miss of the Week. For our last episode of the year, we decided to take a walk down advertising memory lane, casting a glance not only at our favorite work of 2021, but also the work that embodies where brand creativity is heading. Here, we're going to count down 5 of our favorites. First up is Wendys. Back in 2019, Wendys dropped its namesake character into Fortnite to destroy all the freezers in a special food fight edition of Epic's hit Battle Royale game. This year, the brand took things up a few notches to redefine what it means to play with your food and set a new standard for how brands get involved in gaming. Super Wendys World was a campaign that infiltrated a variety of popular video games and streamed it all on the brand's Twitch channel. Wendy was in Minecraft smashing ice blocks. In Animal Crossing, she sold freezers to the lowest bidders. She was in Street Fighter, Super Mario Maker 2, and Super Smash Bros. Overall, gamers spent more than 9.8 million minutes exploring the Wendys video game universe, and Wendys became the first verified restaurant on Twitch and ranked among the top 1% of all streamers on the platform. Next is Heinz. Close your eyes, picture this. Ketchup. Now, be honest. What do you see? Is it a Heinz bottle or a logo? That was the premise of one of the most earnestly fun brand initiatives of the year, the Draw Ketchup campaign for Heinz. The brand asked people to do just that, draw ketchup. And it turns out, a whole lot of people scribbled up some serious brand awareness. Now, let's take a look at work from the UK's Cayenne Prince Foundation. Cayenne Prince was arguably the brightest young soccer prospect in England before he was stabbed to death 15 years ago. The Cayenne Prince Foundation is a non-profit that's been campaigning against knife crime and for better support systems to prevent it. The foundation this year partnered with EA Sports to make Long Live the Prince, which brought Cayenne back to life within EA Sports' FIFA 21 video game, allowing players to select Prince for their teams or play him as a member of his childhood club, Queen's Park Rangers. Players could access contact information for the foundation and learn more about its services from within the game. The campaign got worldwide media attention, including raising significant awareness for the organization, fighting to make sure what happened to Cayenne doesn't happen to more kids. Next up is Jif Peanut Butter. The brand found a way to drop into the cultural discourse when it got Ludacris to update his rapping style to sound more mumble modern with the help of a spoonful of peanut butter. Ludacris then issued the hashtag #JifRapChallenge on TikTok, giving users a chance to rhyme with Luda himself in a TikTok duet. TikTokers created enough of their own challenge videos to collect more than 7 billion views. Finally, let's take a brief trip into the Icelandverse. Back in October, Facebook rebranded itself as Meta, and part of that announcement was a long, infomercial-like fever dream peek inside the mind of Mark Zuckerburg. Within the week, as the news cycle was still spinning around the implications around Meta, Visit Iceland dropped one of the funniest, timeliest spoofs of the year. This was a pitch-perfect spot, set in a perfectly natural environment, that illustrates the power of keeping up with culture, but in a way that isn't super weird or borderline creepy. Which brings us to our miss of 2021. Yep, let's stick with Meta. Not only did the Facebook parent company rebrand come off like a Black Mirror episode crossed with a Magic Bullet infomercial, but the company also inexplicably kept Zuckerberg, arguably its most controversial figure, as the mascot. Now, on a scale of 1 to what the holy am I watching, this was way up there. The workplace conversations here were about as natural as the Chuck E. Cheese band. Hello. Hello. This is great. Corporate leaders can be great spokespeople when they add a beating heart behind the logo. Their humanity, their character, becomes intertwined with the company and what it stands for, giving people a face with which to associate their emotional connection to the brand. It's his face, and more often than not, the emotion is anger. Now, this whole list is completely subjective, so don't take this as some definitive declaration. Let us know what your favorite brand work of the year was in the comments. That's it for this week and 2021. Thanks for watching. To see more weekly videos about the best and worst in brands and marketing, hit the like and subscribe button.